right. We go from like nothing with ships for about, what, a year or so to now a second ship in the matter of 2 weeks. But now we have the B-Wing, or as this dickhead said, B-Wing and fries chips. And the cool thing about the B-Wing is I actually have a model of one. It was something I had to build, but like it looks like it's like 3D printed type parts. It's just white, kind of like cheap plastic, but yeah, so it's kind of cool that this is in the game now. Let's see, Attacker Rebel. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Key attributes: lifting Home 1's Rebel fleet to greater heights. Wow, Home 1, that's a good one to be getting a lifter unit. Actually, Home 1 is like an OG. You know what I mean? That's one of the original 3. It was Home 1, what is it, Endurance, and whatever Tarkins is called. So that's cool. The B-Wing is the most compatible with a fully non-scoundrel Rebel fleet. Okay, not entirely sure which characters are scoundrels. I'm thinking maybe like, actually, I don't know. I don't even know if that counts as Rebel. I was gonna say Mando Beskar Armor, but I don't think that's even a Rebel ship. So, I don't know. Anyways, sure. B-Wing makes greater use of Home 1's strengths by reducing the capital ship's cooldowns. Okay, that's pretty decent. Because I think for the most part, like a Rebel fleet is pretty good to begin with. It has a lot of counterattacks and stuff, just like a CLS squad. And I think the capital ship is not bad. Its attacks are not bad, and good support and all that. So, reducing those cooldowns isn't going to hurt anything, you know? Or at least not if you're the one that's got the team. If you're the opponent, yeah, okay, it's hurting you, but... create more chances for rebels to deal devastating amounts of damage under Home 1's Master Plan ability. Okay. Home 1 will have a new effect added to its unique ability, Band Together, which allows the capital ship to reinforce B-Wing immediately at the start of battle. Well, what does that mean? To reinforce B-Wing immediately at the start of battle? Oh, that means... Okay, so that means you could set up your original, your starter 3. You know, you have your first 3 go out. So let's say you have like the Ghost and the Phoenix and something else. And then as long as you have the B-Wing in the reserves, it'll come out immediately. So you have like a 4-on-3 going. So that's kind of cool. That's almost sort of like the Scythe's ability, how it'll bring in 2 TIE fighters, so you could in theory start the battle with 5-on-3. Although it never seems to work out well for me. Every single time I do that, my team always loses, and I'm like, wasn't I 5-on-3 right out the gate? Like, come on. But anyways, maybe this will be better with rebels. It's not as egregious being a 5-on-3. It's only a 4-on-3, so inspiration. Well, gee, I wonder where. There's tons of inspiration for this ship. Anyways, the B-Wing first appeared in the Battle of Endor and Return of the Jedi as a mainstay heavy fighter for the Rebel fleet, and has been on our radar to add to Rebels ever since we added ships to the game. Are you serious? You guys added ships to the game in like 2016, I think it was. The game was like a year old and ships came out. You've seriously been thinking about this for 9 years? It took you 9 years to do this? I mean, I'm pretty sure, didn't they have like a anniversary for Return of the Jedi? You couldn't even release it then, at least? Oh, yeah, these people. The original Blade Wing prototype was seen in Star Wars Rebels, flown by Hera Syndulla. Unfortunately, this version of Hera in Galaxy of Heroes already has a ship, so she couldn't be the pilot of this one. Oh, they're saying the Rebels version. I was gonna say other Hera could be the pilot, but technically the other Hera is different. She's the one that's with Ahsoka now. She's a little bit older and all that, so I guess I see what they're saying. During that episode, and in the show Skeleton Crew, we saw the B-Wing fire its focused laser beam to cut through the enemy ships. We knew that if we ever added B-Wing to the game, we would want to show off this move as part of its motherfucking kit. Strategy taps. Well, I know one right off the gate. Have it in reinforcements. That way that, boom, it comes out right away. Reinforce B-Wing quickly at the start of battle for a potent burst of damage across the entire fleet before your enemy can even make a move. That's good. So that's almost like Han doing his shoots first and he strikes twice. Use B-Wing to assist as much as possible to reduce Home 1's cooldowns as fast as possible, giving more opportunities to use Master Plan. Use B-Wing's Special 2, Composite Beam Laser, consecutively under Master Plan. Oh, using consecutively under Master Plan will be most effective in dealing more damage. Okay. I feel like that almost makes sense, so like, why wouldn't you do that, you know? Fact. These are not frequently asked, but sure, let's just pretend they are. How do I unlock B-Wing? B-Wing is a marquee event starting on 10/7 at 11 a.m. Pacific. Like all our marquees at this point, the event will give out rewards daily, so make sure you keep coming back and playing it every day. Who's the pilot? Since Harrison Dula was not available, we noted that Captain Drogon was qualified on the B-Wing in his service record, so we tapped him in as pilot for the ship. You will earn Captain Drogon shards during the marquee for B-Wing to ensure your new ship has a crew to fly it. Okay, a couple things. One, Captain Drogon. I already have him. And I think he's relic. He's something high relic. He's either 8 or 9. So, I'm solid as F with that guy. 2, isn't Captain Drogon a fake character that CG made up? I'm pretty sure Captain Drogon and Sorty are the 2 characters that CG invented. I don't think they're real from Legends or anything like that. So that's kind of goofy to give Captain Drogon the ship when the ship is actually a real ship. Drogon's not. Kind of weird. Where does this ship and fleet stand in the meta now? B-Wing under Home 1 starting in reserves is an extremely potent upgrade to that fleet. Save for the big 3, Executive Profundity, Leviathan, the new Home 1 B-Wing fleet should be performing exceptionally well against fleets of equal investment. Yeah, so I mean, it's going to stay in the same meta, it's just got a little bit of an edge now. Which is fine, though, because I always find Rebel Squad to be pretty successful against a lot of things, so other than, like they say, the big 3, basically the GLs of the ships. So anyhow, there it is, a little bit of the developer's insights side of things. Next up will be the kit reveal. The only thing that I find boring about a ship kit reveal is they always have the same amount of moves and all that. You know what I mean? They have 1 reinforcement ability. They have 2 whatever kind of abilities they are next to the reinforcement when you're looking at like the actual kit or looking at the actual ship, I mean, in the menu. And then they have the captain's ability, and yeah, that's how every single ship goes. So it's kind of boring. The only time a ship might have more moves is if it has more than 1 pilot. Then each pilot has an ability. But otherwise, that's how it goes. So we know that this ship's going to have 4 moves. You know, it's not like a character. Characters can be all over the place. They could have 7 moves, like C-3PO does. Or they could have 3 moves, like Biggs does. It's all over the place. You never know what you're going to get. This, you know. So that's the only thing I find a little bit boring about it. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, oh, it's not going to be too special. Like, you're just going to have 4 moves. You know what I mean? But anyways, I guess that's all I got. So yeah, be sure to check out the kit reveal so we can learn about those 4 moves. And until then, I said see ya.